Welcome back everyone. After your break, I hope the networking sessions were good and everyone were able to connect with new people and exchange your LinkedIn profiles as well. So, coming to the next topic, modern applications are becoming increasingly dynamic, distributed, and fast moving. Yet, many teams still struggle with flaky tests, slow execution, high maintenance, and automation with limited scalability. Our next speaker will show us how the industry is moving beyond traditional scripting towards intelligent AI augmented testing. Kailash Pathak brings over 16 years of experience in QA engineering and automation. He is currently senior team lead manager in product development at Three Pillars and is also the author of the best selling book Web Automation Testing Using Playwright. This session will explore how modern capabilities such as parallel execution, browser contexts, intelligent waiting strategies, trace-based debugging, AI-driven test generation, smart failure analysis, and self-healing mechanisms are reshaping automation. If you have ever wondered what the power of intelligent automation looks like, this session is for you. So please welcome Kailash Pathak. Over to you, Kailash.
Hey, hi. So am I audible?
Yes, Kailash. You're
Okay,
on.
sure. Okay, thank you. So first of all, thank you. Thanks, Sagar and team to inviting me in this conference. So my topic is on beyond script. So we are writing the lot of script, but now the demand is totally changed. So let me quickly share my screen. Is my screen visible? Is my
Yes,
screen visible?
yes, it is.
Great, great. So my topic is on. So I think Vyamsi already introduced myself, so I don't need to introduce to myself, right? So I just because we have less time, so let's quickly start with the topic. So beyond script, basically, so as I mentioned, we are writing the lot of script, right? So a lot of code we are writing, but now the demand is totally changed, right? So client have a different type of expectation. They want to do the thing fast, right? They want to move the thing fast into the production, right? So we have in this session, I am going to deliver the things like how you can make the thing fast, how you can develop the thing fast with the help of agent, right? So I have created the basically Playwright have some inbuilt agents, right? So that we can leverage for our automation to make our automation fast, right? So I will explain in the detail, and I will give at the end a very small demo. Okay, so let's move to my next slide. So this is the basically agenda for today. So just overview. I will give very high level overview here because it might be possible some of the folks are here knew about the Playwright. So I will just give a brief just high level features of the Playwright. Then I will go to the testing phase and AI. Then I will tell something about the why traditional automation is not enough, because we are doing a lot of automation like using Cypress, Playwright, Selenium. But yes, definitely we are doing, but it is not enough. Why? How we can basically, how we can increase our speed, how we can move the things, deliver fast to the production, right? And then I will tell about the brief about the autonomous testing. Then I will tell about Playwright agent, and finally I will give a small demo how we can leverage these Playwright agent that Microsoft team have provided in our daily work. Okay, so let's give the overview of the Playwright. So Playwright is basically the open source, right? Totally free. It's basically developed by Microsoft. Support multiple language, multiple browsers. So it support JavaScript, TypeScript, right? Python, Java, and C Sharp, right? And apart from that, the good thing about the Playwright is very fast compared to basically other traditional tools. And we can deploy, I mean, we can install Playwright very in a second actually. And we can, apart from the UI automation with the help of Playwright, we can do the API automation, we can do visual testing, we can do accessibility testing, and also we can verify our basically not the native application, not native mobile application, but yes, if we have to test our application different viewport, we can do easily with the help of Playwright. So here are some very high level features that I want to mention here, because few, as I mentioned, few of the folks might be new in this session. So cross browser, as I mentioned, we can do testing with the help of Playwright. The multiple browser is fast. Automated mechanism is there. So good thing about the Playwright, there is a reason because it's very less flaky, because in Playwright each and every command have a auto wait mechanism, right? So it wait for a depend upon, I mean, by default 4 seconds, but you can configure definitely into the config file how much weight you want to give, right? Simple and intuitive API type, as I mentioned, TypeScript, JavaScript, Python, these are the library that Playwright support. Actually, sorry, language that it support. Mobile testing we can do, not native, but yes, we can verify our application in different viewports, right? Mobile responsiveness we can do, we can test with the help of Playwright. Tracer view, this is one of the amazing feature, because normally what happened actually, debugging is one of the always the challenge for us actually, right? For if you write the code, debugging is one of the challenging part for us. So Playwright have a tracer view features that basically help us to in debugging. And normally sometime happen we have to go sometime from the UI we are not able to find out the root cause of the bug. We have to go to our network and all, right? But with the help of tracer view don't need to go anywhere. Tracer view provides complete API automation logs where you can see each and every call, put on post request, powerful locators. So they have inbuilt locator, get by ID, get by placeholder, right? So this is the good thing about that this is also one of the reason the flakiness, less flakiness, network control. You can mock your API. So mocking is one of the amazing concept in Playwright. So basically it really helpful when you do not sometime. Yeah, sometimes there is a scenario like you have to test application where you do not have the data from the client side, right? So what you can do with the help of mock concept, you can create your own data and you can test the application. The simple example is, suppose we have to test the pagination functionality, right? So we suppose you have a application where you have to test the pagination functionality with 500 record, right? But client do not provide you the data. Then what you will do? In that case, you can just mock the data and then you can test your application. So this is another parallel execution. This is one I would say this is one of the feature that do hardly have with any of the basically with additional tool. They provide basically parallel mechanism. It's come by default in Playwright. Reliable and stable. Definitely, it's built-in reporting. So Playwright has a good thing about the Playwright. They have their own HTML report by default. Though it's very simple, but suppose if you do not want to integrate Allure or Mocha or some higher some basically some other third party report, you can do their on inbuilt HTML report, right? So it will so you can say Playwright provide all the feature under the single umbrella. So that's the amazing thing about the basically about the Playwright, right? Then cross platform, CI/CD friendly, secure, and then basically as I mentioned, fewer flaky tests, developer friendly, better coverage, lower cost, because it's a totally open, right? So this is all about the Playwright features. Let's move to the quickly. So before moving to this slide, so I can just quickly basically explain you how can you basically, if you want to basically configure basically if you want to install the Playwright in your system, you have to just create a basically directory, and just you can just run two commands here, right? One command basically npm init latest, this will install the Playwright, and this is for the agent. So if I go to their site actually, so if you see here, they have the basically this is the command to install the Playwright, right? And the another command, this is the command for installing the agent basically. So I will tell you about the what are the agent and all in a while. So just a moment. Just So once you install all the things, you can see here Playwright installed, right? And if you go to the packet.json file here, so you can see Playwright already installed here. So only these, as mentioned, there are only these are the two commands basically. This is the one command for installing the Playwright, and this is the another command that install basically the agent. Okay. So once it's done, so this is the folder structure. So as I mentioned, it come with it come with basically by default they have their own YAML file here. It's a default that come. You can definitely you can customize as per your project requirement, and they have a test folder here. You can give some another name also, but to update it, you have to update this line number 16 if you want to give some other name, accept this test, you can just update the line number 16 here, right? So this is the config file here, and this is the example. These are the sample basically that by default come when you install the Playwright, right? And this is the, yeah, this is the README file. You can ignore it, and this is the basically config file. So in the config file, you can see in the line number 18, fully parallel true. It means you are running your test case in the parallel actually, right? And by default, it is support Chrome, Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit. And if you want to do the your testing on the in the mobile, and you want to verify your application in different viewport, you can just enable these options actually. By default, these are disabled, right? But if you want to test your application in different viewport, you can do with the help of this. You can just enable these options from line number 53 to line number 70. Okay, you can basically test your application in like devices, Google basically iPhone 12, Pixel 5, right? You can test these all things, right? So this is basically this is the default framework that basically Playwright provide. And the good thing about this framework is you have to just start your writing your test cases from here, and you can just ready to go actually. You don't need to go here and there, right? And when you install it, you will see some command here, like this is for the UI. If you want to run your test case, you want to view the UI of the how the test case, my test case are running and all, you can easily see here, right? So this is the tracer view that I just mentioned few minutes before. So suppose I want to run this test case here, so I can run from here, right? And I can see each and every millisecond what is happening with the with my application here, right? And here is the, so there are different. You can see here there are the different basically. mm, they have divided the whole window into different parts. So here you can see the locator. So this is very useful. Suppose I want to find a locator of this button. Suppose that we just a moment. Suppose I want to find the locator of this button. So I can just click on this icon here. You can see here this look icon, and just go here and then just click here. You can see this is the locator. So you don't need to go anywhere actually. Just you can capture the locator from here. Okay. And these are the call that I mentioned, basically network call here. You can see. So sometimes we have to during the debugging we require the network, we have to check our network call to check the failure. So you can do from here. You don't need to go to the basically dev tool and all. You can do everything from here. And here you can see each and every second, minute, you can see what is happening with my application before, after. You can see from here also, right? So I mean to say it very easy. Tracer view is very easy for debugging. So you can do with the help of this, right? And they have some other command here also, like if this is the basically this command run the test case in headless mode. So if you run, so it running in the 6 worker, because in our configuration we have given basically the 6 worker, right? And if you run it, and you can see how much fast it is, though it's very simple test case, but in the even in the normal case you will see it very fast. So this is a HTML report, basically default report that they provide actually, right? So here you can see very basic information, not much detail, but yes, suppose you want to start, your client want to start in Playwright, and you have very less time, so you don't need to integrate any third party report and all. You can just install the Playwright and just follow up this framework, and you are ready to go actually. You can just create your test case inside this test folder, and you can just, suppose you want to create a page object model, so just create a page and test class here, and then you are ready to go actually, right? And then other command, basically these are this command for the debugging purpose, and this is another command, basically this is very useful. Suppose you want to you are a beginner in the Playwright, and you want to generate basically your code actually. So if you run this command, let me open one website here. So, okay. So this command basically help to generate the code, right? Suppose I am a new in the programming, or even suppose I am from the BA background, or I want to learn the Playwright, and I want to learn basically. So I can leverage this basically code gen. We call it code gen actually, right? So what it do actually, it will basically whatever you type or whatever the action you perform, it will capture all the step here, right? So suppose I type here. So every command you can see in the right side, it typing actually, right? So whatever I have done, I have add to the cart, then I go here, then I check out, I give some name here. Right, so every command whatever I am typing here, it will giving. And good thing about this, you can also do the assertion. So if you see in the, these are the basically for the assertion, right? These icon you can see here, these are for the assertion. Suppose on the whole right now it's not displaying, but if you see, suppose I want to verify, okay, so I want to verify this, thanks for you. So I go here and I put here, and I will capture this, you can see here, right? And when I click on this icon, it will automatically capture here, right? So you can see here in the, this is the recorded script actually. So if you are totally new into the Playwright, you can leverage this code gen feature, and you can start your. And good thing about this is the basically by default in the JavaScript, right? And if you want to convert into the Python, suppose I want to basically I want to convert this code into Python, you can do with the help of this option here, right? If you want to convert into the basically C sharp, you can do. Right. So this is one of the these are some of the amazing features that Playwright Microsoft Team provide. So you can definitely, if you do not aware and you have not started in Playwright, I will recommend you just start. You have to run only one command in fact, right? Other command for the agent that I am coming in the few minutes. So right. So just start, and very easy. Playwright is very easy, user friendly, and you can definitely you can start with the Playwright actually. And there we have a good community, we have a good content, and you can definitely can take the leverage there, right? So let's move to the next part. So I have let's move to the next part, software testing phase, right? So before coming to the AI, I want to just basically I want to go back you to 15 year, 16 or 19 year back. So how we do basically testing in 15 year ago actually. So if some of the I am assuming few of the folks here basically from that era, where they have they have the FRDs in their basically decks, and they have to read all the FRDs, because at that time 15 or 18 year back there is no PA or PO concept there, only manager and your team is there. So everyone have to read those FRD or right, these functional requirement document. And the good thing about this basically, in the advance, okay, what you are going to deliver after the after basically 6 month, 8 month or 1 year, right? Currently, we are following normally the agile methodology. So in the agile methodology, normally we do about mostly about the current sprint or maximum next to 2 to 3 sprint, right? But this is the beauty about this phase, 15 or 18 year back. We know we know what we have to. Mostly we know. I mean, I would say 70-80% we know after 1 year what we are going to deliver. But there are some pros and cons definitely. Cons are that basically most of the work we do manually, right? We have definitely from the automation perspective, if I told we have traditional tools, Selenium at that time, but it used very by the very few companies actually. Normally we write our test cases in the Excel sheets, and then we execute them, and then we basically take Excel sheet or whatever the test management tool we have, that we create the test cases. So I mean to say mainly we do the basically mainly more manual tasks compared to the basically automation, right? Then when we move to this phase actually, where we started using the traditional tools, right? Basically Selenium, WebDriver IO, Nightwatch, JS frameworks. We have started using Cypress, then Playwright. So again, this has its own benefit, pros and cons definitely. Pros is definitely we can do the repetitive tasks very fast, because automation is there. Totally we in this phase we totally automated most of the things, because here we are doing mainly the manual thing mostly, right? But here what we did, we have started the automation. We have started automation using Selenium, WebDriver, Nightwatch, or and Cypress, and let us and now basically normally Cypress, Playwright we are basically we are using, right? But the challenge here, there are some definitely there are some challenges here also, like flakiness is one of the challenge also there. Maintenance sometime, because when your test case is 5,000 or 2,000 or 3,000, 5,000 test case, the maintenance is one of the challenge here definitely, right? And we have a team required who have a good technical skill, right? So there are some benefit every phase, I mean to say every phase have some pros and cons, right? And now we are just moving to this era, AI era, but actually we are not completely here. We are in between, actually we are in between traditional and basically AI, right? So what we are doing, we are making our basically, so we are here right now actually, right? So we are leveraging these traditional tools, whether it's a Cypress, Playwright, Selenium, or any other tool. And we started exploring the AI. Definitely, we already started. Some of the company already started, and in fact, some of the company already using in their project. Even in our company, we are using in our project actually, right? So we are making our own agent, we are making our own skills. So people already started. Definitely there are some limitation there, token consumption, hallucination. There are some constraint, but yes, as the thing going to mature slowly, so might be after 1 year or 2 year they get more mature, right? So we have to basically we have to, if you guys not using this AI in your project, whether it's creating the test plan or scriptation or basically for the basically any of the purpose that you normally do in your daily activity, if you are not doing, you have to start actually, I would suggest, because we cannot ignore this AI actually, right? We have to adapt, we have to accept it, and we have to move. But yes, at the same time, we cannot ignore our traditional tool remain still same. Your skill set required. AI can generate the code, AI can create the test plan, but human will always in the loop actually, right? So we required, because AI tools are generating lot of data, a lot of basically code, lot of test cases, but we require the people who can review it, right? So human will be always in the loop. We cannot say, okay, AI is come now, we are laying off our QA. No, this is not possible, because previously, suppose if I go to 15-year or 18-year back, normally when we write our manual test cases in Excel, we write 50, maximum 40, 50 test cases, right? But today with the help of AI, we can write 100 or 200 test cases in a day. But question is, who is going to review those test cases? Who is, because AI hallucination is still there actually, right? Garbage, because sometimes it creates the duplicate test cases, sometimes it has some, it created the some extra test cases that we have to optimize, right? So people required who can review the test cases to avoid the production bugs actually, right? So we cannot say, okay, AI is there and we can basically ignore our QA. No, it's not possible, right? So before coming to the agent, what agent do, I will just give a brief overview of the autonomous testing. So as I mentioned, we are just moving from our traditional tool to AI, right? So we are basically moving here. We are using our basically we are using Selenium. I think you guys using project in your project Selenium, Cypress, or Playwright, whatever. Then you are started using this. But what the autonomous testing actually, right? So you before coming to the agent, how we can leverage the agent, how we can create our skills actually, right? Cloud skill, we can, how we can create our cloud skill. We should know about the autonomous testing. So autonomous testing is an approach where AI driven system can design, execute, analyze, and maintain the test with human in loop. This is the important underline actually I want to do it, right? Human will always be in the loop. We cannot say, okay, I have designed my test case. Now we can just directly push to the code into the production, or it is ready to go. No, not actually. Human will be always in the loop. Human has to review each and every line and every step actually, right? So, but yes, definitely, as I mentioned, in traditional tool, basically we are using Cypress and Playwright, or whatever the tool you are using. It definitely take time. With the help of autonomous testing, what autonomous testing tool, basically what we can do, we can make our thing fast, definitely. And this is my personal experience. So we are using in our project, company are using, started using AI. They are using Claude, they are using Git Copilot, and in some of the company they have given the multiple license there, right? So the people are making their own skill, right? Skill, they are making the agent, right? So yeah, so what is autonomous testing? So autonomous testing basically help us to fast test creation, self-healing, they can do itself. I will show the Playwright test agent also one of the example of the autonomous testing, right? Smart defect detection, right? Continuous learning and adoption, and improve the QA productivity. So this is about the autonomous testing actually, right? So definitely, as I mentioned, there are some challenges when you generate your code with the help of AI. Sometimes it will hallucinate, sometimes it create the garbage data, sometimes you have to. So if I talk about, if I start from the test case creation, so whatever the test case are created, test plan is created, you have to review it. You have to map each and every test case with your requirement. It not created the garbage data, or you have to check your whatever the test data is created properly or not. Unnecessary test cases should not be created. So we cannot say, okay, AI has created, we just push the code. No, we have to review each and every step, right? So now come to the Playwright test agent. As I mentioned, Playwright test agent also one of the kind of autonomous testing. So what are Playwright test agent? So if you see here, I already run this command. So I already run this command, this command, npx playwright init agent. So I have initialized the agent here, and this is the I already told you. If you go to their documentation, this is the command basically, right? That I have executed here. So once I executed, it will what it will do? It will create the agent here. So if you see in the left side, I hope my screen visible. Can give someone confirm me, please?
Yes, it's visible, Kailash.
Okay, okay, thank you. So you guys can see here there are the three agent. Okay, test planner is here, right? Test planner. What the purpose of test planner actually? Test planner is basically for the test plan, as clearly mentioned here, right? So use this agent where you create need to comprehensive test plan, right? So they have some set of tools here, right? And they have, and one thing basically, if you are and one more thing, you can design your own agent. You can simply delete all these three and you can create your own, but you have to make sure basically agent is nothing, this is a kind of instruction we are giving. Okay, if I want to create a test plan, what I am expecting actually, right? So if you see here, what they did actually, name, they have name given, and they have given the description of this agent, and then what it's saying, you are the expert web test planner with extensive experience in quality assurance, right? So you have to tell actually, you have to tell to the AI, okay, you are the agent, and you have to do these thing, navigate to the explore, right? Analyze the user flow, right? So what it will do, what agent will do, I will show you how in a while how we create the test plan. So it will navigate to the application, right? Map out the user journey, right? And then design the comprehensive scenario. And when you design the comprehensive scenario, you have to mention happy path scenario, edge cases and boundary condition, error handling validation. So whatever you mention here, you have it will do it according to your instructions that you have created here. So you can create your own agent. You can create your own skill actually in the similar way, right? Structure the test plan that is in okay. I am explaining this. In the meantime, what I can do, I can just trigger this command. So let me create a test plan first. Okay. So what I am saying here, if you see, I am saying, hey, use this. Sorry, I have to use the cloud actually. Listen, I am saying use test planner agent and create a test plan for successful login for the site source demo with I am giving this credential, right, and password, and after login I am also saying you have to verify this basically this text. Okay, so this is my site source demo. This is very simple. So I am taking for the demo, but you can definitely you can take some other site. And we have tried with some complex scenario in our project, so it work actually, right? So I am just verifying after the login. I am verifying this text. Okay, and let me logged out from here. So I am just giving the I am giving this prompt here. Okay, so what it will did actually, what it will do, it will create a test plan, right? And so if I once I enter it, so it will start creating the test plan. So it will go, it will review all the things basically, whatever I have given here. So in the meantime, it's running. I am just saying basically I'm explaining the so you can mention in when you create your agent, when you create your skill, you have to mention each and everything. And you can also mention your guardrail also there actually, right? So here you can see they have clearly mentioned the what is the my structure of the test plan, clear and descriptive title, right? Step by step instructions and all. Create the documentation, and finally saying okay, you have to create the documentation, and then other thing here, right? Output format. Always save the complete test plan as a markdown file, .md file, right? So this way you can create your own basically on agent, right? So here you can see it will just basically exploring all the application internally. Now I will here you can see I will run the quick run playwright script to explore the live site before login. Just a moment. So you will see in a while, test plan will be created. So once the test plan is created, then what you can do, you can next step will basically to create the script actually, right? So to create the script, you have to use this agent actually, right? So this is the Playwright test generator. So what this does, what this agent will do, it will create the basically Playwright JavaScript, and depend upon actually you want to Playwright in Python, you want to Playwright in Java. So up to you actually, right? And finally, this is the another agent, one more agent, healer actually. So healer, what the purpose of this healer actually? Healer basically help us to in the debugging. Suppose some of my test cases fail, so it help us to basically heal the test cases, and at least it will tell actually, okay, this is the problem, and basically, and it will yeah, test plan is created here. Okay, so this is the test plan. I think you guys can see right here. You can see test plan successful login, right? So application under test, right? Test data is created. So here you can see successful login with valid, and all the details, the success criteria, everything is here. Okay. Now next step is I want to create my script. So I will just give this prompt here. I will say I will give this test plan actually that I have created here. Okay. So right now I am basically just keeping it in basically like in a not proper order, but you can just you can when you give the prompt, you can also mention, okay, you have to create the test plan under this folder. You have to create the script under this way you can do, right? What I'm saying here, I am saying you the test plan, this test plan that is created here, right? Yeah, and create the Playwright JavaScript script in POM page object design pattern using the agent, and I'm also mentioning the agent here, right? I am saying test generator, you have to use the test generator. So you will see in a while, it will create a page object model for this test plan actually, whatever the test case I have basically here. And here right now you can see we have only two test cases, but if you want to more test cases, like you want to cover some edge cases, some negative scenario, you can mention definitely in your prompt. You have to create the positive test cases, you have to create the edge cases, you have to create some negative test case, something like that. You can do actually, right? It's up to totally you. So now it's creating our basically it's creating the yeah one more thing basically for that basically yeah. So Playwright I have given here Playwright with JavaScript. If you want to give Playwright with Java, or if the Playwright with basically Python, you can give actually, right? It's up to you. So you will see in a while, yeah, you can see here it already start creating. You can see successful login here, right? So this is the basically I created, and let me refresh it, right? And in fact, it had created all the test cases. And here you can see the page classes. Okay, this is the constructor they have created actually. So you can see how much fast it can do. So I know it's very simple application, but yes, you can with the you can also try with the complex application also, right? And I try from my side, so it's work actually. Definitely there are token consumption and there are other thing there, but yes, it really to if you want to do the thing fast. So if I talk about 3 or 4 or 5 year back, if I have to do all the same thing here actually that I am doing right now, it will take 3 to 4 days or 2 to 3 days, right? Depend upon the skill set. But now you can see in a minute I have created this basic, very basic level page object model, right? And I have not given here like create the fixture and all. You can give, you have to create the fixture, you have to create the a proper locator of repository, and so depend upon the what prompt you are giving actually, right? So here you can see it has created the inventory constructor here, and here the login page constructor, and this is my test case where it calling all these basically all the methods actually, right? So so if I run this test case, you will see this test case will be executed, right? So how much fast it is, you can see here, right? There it is, right? And if you want to run it in the UI mode, you can just give the data, right? So because I have executed in three browsers, so because so it will execute, because in the, if you see in the config file, I have given the three browser here, right? So if you want to comment, I have given Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit. That the reason it open three browsers, right? So and if I click here, if I want to see the report here, so you can see here the report is in Chromium, right? And it's in Firefox and in WebKit. Okay, so this is about the agent actually. So I would, and good thing about, if you see here, they have used basically, yeah, very definitely, because yeah. Now question is, its code is generated. Now question is, who is going to review it, right? So we have to like, if you see here, they have used the locator. These are they have created the locator, but not much stable actually, right? So we, it might be possible the code that is generated, code locator is not proper. You have to give the get by ID or get by. You have to use the Playwright inbuilt locator, right? Because in the prompt I have not given like, you have to use the inbuilt locator, or you have to use the semantic locator, get by role, get by placeholder, get by ID. So ultimately depend upon your prompt or your skill, your agent, what you are giving there. Because if you see in my test generator, I have not mentioned anywhere actually you have to use the, you have to use the semantic locator, get by, you have to use the inbuilt locator that Playwright have. You can update this, you can create your own agent, you can update this agent, you can customize this agent that by default Microsoft provide, and you can according to that you can optimize it, right? You can give the instruction, okay, hey, you have to use the get by ID, and you do not, you have to use the CSS locator or some XPath and all, right? This way you can basically, you can make your agent robust actually, right? So this is the cool thing about the basically this Playwright agent actually, right? Now, here you see I am giving prompt in the basically in this chat message. Okay, okay. But what you can do, you can create all this thing in a, you can create an empty file for all these prompt that I have given here. First I ask for test plan. Yeah, one more thing I can show you quickly, the healer agent. So let me quickly fail one, let me do one thing, let me fail it. Okay, let me fail it and let me run it again, right? So just a moment, and let me do one thing. I am running this only in the Chrome actually. I do not want to take this time here. So I want to show you how it will heal actually, right? So you can see here. Let me run it again. Yeah, you can see here the test case is failed. Right now, what I am saying, I will say to healer. Let me use this. I will ask healer to fix this. Use this healer agent and help me to fix the failing test case. Okay. So you will see it will fix the test case also. I know sometime it will hallucinate or sometime not able to fix sometime, but at least it will, we can use this AI to leverage to make our thing fast, right? I'm not saying it will do 100% perfect for you, right? But yes, it will definitely help. It will reduce, what my personal experience say, it reduce 30 to 40% time actually, right? So 30 to 40 time percent is good amount of time actually, right? So here you can see it already catch it here and it automatically fixing it here, right? So, and what was the broken, it clearly mentioned. The password find the locator was this is not a valid CSS locator, it fixed actually, right? So, and this is the very basic example locator. Sometime it might be it might be possible you have a basically some logic issue. So you can also take the help of this basically healer to for the debugging purpose. So AI is just here for us to help. Actually, we cannot say okay, it will generate whatever the code, whatever the test plan it generated is 100% perfect, right? It's for helping. And another thing is, whatever the agent they are providing, we can definitely, we can customize the agent according to our requirement, according to our project. It might be possible. And one more thing, it depends, these are the basic generic basically they have given Microsoft team, right? You can definitely, you can optimize, you can customize this planner according to your requirement, according to your project, depend upon, because every project have a different type of complexity, right? So you can definitely, you can customize, you can update this test plan, and you can create your own. You can just completely delete and you can create your own agent, right? One last thing that I want to show. So here you can see, here you see basically I am giving my prompt here in the chat, right? But think like if I make a single prompt file and give all the instruction there, and I say I give one prompt only and it will create automatically all the thing for me, right? So let me quickly show the demo for that actually, right? So if you see here, I have created a very small POC here for the basically using this agent actually, and what I am saying here actually. Just a moment. I have created this prompt file. I know this prompt file very big, but we have to give it, right? We have to provide. What I am saying, it's a Playwright multi-agent E2E automation framework. I am saying, hey, you have to read the data from Jira. First step, you have to create the test plan. You have to create the X script. You have to heal the in case test case fail. You have to create the report, and you have to create the basically you have to update the Jira actually again, right? After the test case is created, and then you have to push the test case in the GitHub actually. And for that I am using, if you see my JSON file MCP, so I am using GitHub MCP, right? And I am using Jira MCP here, and I am using Playwright MCP, right? So if I open this Jira, I have integrated with the Jira shell. Let me move this file into here in the to do. Why I am moving in to do? Because if you see the prompt, I clearly mention first step, read the user story. Never create new user story in Jira, only fetch the existing. So you have to, this is the prompt that I am telling about few minutes back, right? So I am saying fetch the Jira work item story and having the strategy to do. So it will only fetch those story having the strategy to do, not the other story actually, right? So for this, actually, I have just simply created one, two, three or four liner. I am saying you have to go this in Parabank side, right? And what you have to do as a new user, I want to register an account, log in using the register credential and logged out from the application so that I can securely access the. So what are the steps? User can successfully register with valid credential. So he has to go here and then you have to basically what it will register here, right? And after the registration, sorry, where my story? So after registration, user will logged in with that register user, right? User have to logged in, then redirect to the account overview page, and then finally. So this is the four line I have just given. Using these four line, this using the agent, what it will do, it will create the complete test plan. It will create the script. It will update the Jira after doing all the thing, and then it push the code into the into the GitHub and it will execute. Okay, so what I will do, I will done only this prompt here only. And if you see here, I clearly mentioned first step with the read story, second create the test plan, script generation. I have given some instruction to follow him. Guardrail I have given, execute and heal test cases, right? Then generate the test report, update the Jira. After execution, we have to update the Jira also. Commit and push all the artifact, launch the dashboard. I have created an Angular dashboard here and then this. So let me run this. Let's see the magic actually. So what I'm saying, follow all the instruction in this prompt that I'm telling few seconds back, perform every action mentioned in each step and ensure all the workflow complete and start from the finish. So what it will do, it will pick this story number 157. So here you can see rerunning the pipeline. First step is checking the Jira again for the to-do story, right? So in the meantime, it's running. Let me quickly check my slide. I think I have covered most of the thing here. Playwright agent we have covered. I have covered already. Demo is in progress. Yeah. So I think I have covered most of the thing. Right. Yeah. So here you can see first step is done. So if you see in the story folder, I am first capturing the story. This is my first step. Okay, read the story. So It go to the Jira and it read the story actually. Here you can see story is already. Now, what the next step? Create the test plan with the help of test planner, right? So this will be my next step. So you can definitely, I would suggest you don't need, I mean, we don't need to basically worry about like about the token consumption and all. We have to start, we have to use AI in your project because as I mentioned, client expectation is different these days. Actually, they want to do the thing fast. They want to do the thing, deliver the thing fast. So we have to definitely, we have to leverage it, right? I know there are some, they have some license and they have license cost is definitely there. But yes, if your client is providing and definitely you have to use the basically AI in your project. You have to at least start, you have to learn, you have to create your own agent, you have to start creating the your basically you have to start creating your agent or skill and all, right? So first step is done, guys. Now it's creating the script. So in the script I have mentioned, now it's creating the test plan. So in a while you will see under this folder test plan, under this folder test plan, it will create the test plan, right? For test plan, as in the prompt, already mentioned, it using the basically that whatever the story we have here, it creating the test plan with the help of this story, right? So it's running in the behind and it will reading all the prompt, whatever mentioned here, and then basically doing, right? So it's creating the test plan. In the meantime, it's running. So guys, I already basically I have two books in basically in Playwright. So already available in Amazon. If you want to basically explore, if you want to take the benefit of this book, you can definitely take. This is in the JavaScript, and this is I had just launched in the 28th of May. You can be definitely you can. This in Python, and this previous book in JavaScript, related with JavaScript. Okay, you can definitely leverage this book. Okay, so you can see here test plan is created, right? So if I go to the test plan, whatever it created, so you can see here, right? So test case for one five positive test case because I have mentioned one positive and one negative test case for this demo purpose only, right? So these are the positive test case, one is the negative test case. Now next step is creating the script. Now it's creating the Playwright script actually, Playwright JavaScript. Okay, so two step is done. Test plan is created. Third step, now we are on the third step, generating the Playwright script actually, right? So it has created the environment here. You can see environment for Parabank side. They have created the base URL and all. Then in a while you will see it. Yeah, it will already created the page class here for the Parabank side, right? This is the constructor they have created actually, right? This is for the registration because we have whatever requirement we want to register actually. And if you see guys here, they have using the proper locator here, ID and all, right? Sometimes it create very good locator and all the things. Sometimes it hallucinate, it captures CSS, XML, or sometimes the logic problem is there. So we have to basically we have to look go and each and every line we have to go through, right? So our page class is created, environment is created, and in fixture is also created, you can see here, right? In the line number 35, 30, 38, you can see here they also created the fixture because I mentioned in my prompt you have to create the fixture also, right? Third step is done completely, right? Environment is created, automation script is also created, you can see here, right? Because my test case number is 157, positive test case is here, one negative test case I mentioned here. Now, next step is basically it executing actually, executing the test case, right? So it is doing automatically with a single prompt. If you have a agent is perfect, or you have created the skill perfectly, there is a proper guardrail there in your skill or agent. Otherwise, it will hallucinate actually, right? So you have to make sure basically how basically you can create your basically skill or agent, right? Report is saved, or report is also created. So you see here, test is created, test plan is created, right? and then report is also created here, you can see, right? Here it is, to pass to fail is created here, right? So if you can see here, execute the test case, report is, and now it's going to update into the Jira, back to the Jira. It first read the story, now it going up, because I have used the Jira MCP using OAuth. It now updating to the comment in the Jira, right? So here you can see comment is transition to the Jira. So if you see here into the Jira, you go here, you will see it will move to the, if I refresh it, 157, I will search 157 here. So you will see it move to the done state, and very brief summary here. You can see 29 seconds ago, right? So executed two test case pass. You can definitely, you can improve this report actually, right? So it's a very basic report. If you want to, definitely you can improve. In fact, I'm not sure if I have or not, because yeah, in one my other, basically in another prompt that I have given, I this is the automation test summary created actually, right? So this way you can create also, right? Pass, fail, and all, right? So if you go again here where we are, yeah, commit and push. Now final thing, now it will launch the dashboard. Because as I mentioned, I have basically I have integrated one dashboard here, so you can see here the one of the dashboard. Okay, so this is the dashboard for 157 test case number, right? So this is basically end to end actually, right? I think that's all from my side, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sagar. That's all from my side.
Yes. So thank you, Kailash. It was an excellent exploration of where the automation is heading right now in the industry, and the overview of Playwright gave us an opportunity to explore a new tool, so which is really extraordinary. So the tool demo which you have given us has helped us better to understand it in very short period of time, and not in the deep, but also as an overview.
Yes.
But from the software testing phases, I was able to picture myself how the industries were transformed from the manual era to AI era.
Mhm.
So from your session, I understand one thing, that AI is not here to replace engineer, but to give an additional push to the engineer to make his life easy. So a few themes which resonated strongly for me were faster execution, better stability, and reduced maintenance effort. So AI assistant quality engineering. So perhaps most importantly, automation is evolving from script creation into the intelligent decision support. So please join with me, everyone, in thanking Kailash. So thank you for the demo, Kailash. It was
Yeah.
really fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Sagar. Thank you very much.
So I think it's the feedback time right now.
Uh,
So I
yep.
everyone
So
liked
let
it.
Vamsi, let's take few of the questions. There are
Mm.
some questions in
Yes,
the chat,
yes. Sure,
and
sure.
meanwhile, I'll share the feedback link in the chat.
Yeah. So coming to the Q&A, so we have some questions for you, Kailash. So now goes the first question, which is, can I use Playwright for mobile test automation also? If yes, then how?
No, no. For the native mobile, not possible. Like to install the APK or Android or iOS, not possible. But yes, for the for basically, if you want to just make sure like how my application look in different viewport in different devices, right? That you can definitely do. But I see there is a basically there is a guy who has making who has made actually that make it possible. Is a mobile, right? Something like that actually. So I will share the link here in a while. Mobile, right? So with the help of this, you can definitely you can do the basically mobile testing. Let me ping here. Yeah, here is the link I have given. So yeah, you guys can read this. So I have not gone through this link, but yes, I am seeing a couple of basically posts around this in the LinkedIn. So yes, for if you're talking about it for the mobile, you can definitely you can do for the viewport, like you want to see your application in iPhone and Android devices, you can definitely do. But yes, for like proper and downloading the APK and all native testing not possible.
Yeah. Thank you, Kailash. Thank you for your answer. So maybe we'll have another question. So that is, can we use healer agents and generator for healthcare projects as we have PHI data in our pre-production and production environment? So I was asked not to use it as we have claims data on our app or any other alternative.
Yes. So basically, it's depend actually how your organization, how your client, how your manager want actually do. And I see there is a challenge basically to use the agent or the skill in the health domain or finance domain project. Definitely there because we have a privacy issue and data leakage issue. But I am saying some of the company are making their on-prem actually LLM models where they are training their on-prem models and they are making their own model and these models helping basically to team to make their work fast. But yes, if your manager, if your team, if your client allowed, what you can do, you can basically you can prepare your test data in a fashion like it will basically you don't need to use the basically actual data. You can do some kind of dummy data or something like, or it might be possible you can do not you cannot leverage like ISO 8 or 6 or 8 step here. You can do only first step or second step. So to depend upon actually how basically how much basically secure your data and all basically you can tweak your test data and you can use only 2 or 3 step of these basically that I just show you, right? And you can suggest basically you can make your own basically you can yeah you if you are using the finance and basically held on project, then you can also basically go and you can just suggest like okay if you can create your own basically on-prem model or something like that, right? But yes, definitely I totally agree with the question. For health domain and finance domain there is definitely there's some challenges, but work around only that basically whether you can play with your test data, we can make your dummy data or something like that that will not go to the into the basically LLM model and all, or you can create your on-prem data, or other step is you can use only just like I create only for test plan. I will not. I am just giving very basic information and I'm using basically for the basic thing actually that we can do like that. But yes, totally agree for finance and health. Totally, I understood this point. Yeah, it's challenging actually.
Thank you, Kailash. Thanks for your answer. So maybe we'll go with the another question. So what tool did you use for reporting and how are you able to update Jira with the test summary?
Basically, I am not using any tool. I am using this LLM model. Basically, I have used the Jira MCP here, and I am using the Cloud Sonnet 4.4, Sonnet 4.6, right? So so this report totally depend upon the prompt that you have given. Like you want, okay, my prompt, whatever the summary will become, it has this much column, and it should be actually it have only pass or test case result or pass result or no healer result should be there in the summary. So it depends upon your prompt and model actually, right? I have not given any reporting. I have not integrated any reporting tool or else actually. Just basically prompt depend upon your prompt and your model.
Okay. So there's a question connected to the first question actually. So what do you recommend for mobile automation and it's free, not necessarily a subscription mode?
For mobile automation, basically we have only the option. If you're talking about we have only the APM is the one of the tool actually right now because it's much mature, have a good community and all, right? We have other some other tool also there in the market, but APM is one of the older tool and it's a much better. So if your company want to do the mobile automation, so definitely I would suggest you have to go with the APM actually, APM only.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Kailash. So maybe we'll take up one more question. So what is your average token usage? What models you see best fit for QA purposes?
Yes, so basically, yeah, as I mentioned in the starting during my demo, token consumption is one of the biggest challenge definitely there, right? Token challenge is there. I have used the Sonnet 4.6 for my basically, but yes, you can what you can do, you can optimize your token with the help when you give the prompt. I'm still testing on this part actually. So I come to know basically people we can give something like that. Okay, if you are doing the test planning, use this basically agent. If you are because where we have to do some heavy task, heavy lifting tasks, then we can use the Sonnet 4.0, or I think yesterday Sonnet 5 is also launched in the market, right? For complex tasks, I would suggest use the higher model, Sonnet 5, 4.8. And for the lower level, like if you have to just create the test cases, why you use the 4.4, why you use the Opus actually, right? You don't need to use the Opus actually, right? So for the lower lifting charts, basically like if you want to just create the test plan, or if you want to create some test data, you don't need to use the Opus and all. You can just use basically basic low level model. And for the higher thing, basically where you have to use the create the script and all, you can use the basically higher model actually. Opus 4.8 or Sonnet, even Sonnet 4.6 is good actually.
Okay. Thank you, Kailash. So by the time we continue with the next question, so I would request everyone to please take a moment to give out the feedback, the valuable feedback for Kailash with the QR code which Sagar has displayed right now, and also from the link uh, in the chat. Okay, maybe moving on to the next question, Kailash, for you. So, when will I know that my prompt is good? How much should I refine the prompt? This
Yeah.
looks an
Yeah.
interesting question.
Yeah. So basically, this is the major step for the automation actually, right? For the AI basically that I am talking about prompt and skill. So what you have to do, you have to start with first, you have to start with very basic prompt, right? Suppose I give you an example, you have to just create a one prompt, basic prompt. You have to log in and you have to do the add to the product the card, and then you have to just place the order, right? So during your prompt creation, for every you have to categorize your basically stages actually. First of all, you have to put the locator strategy there. You have to put the test data strategy there. Like if you are talking about the positive test data or negative test data, because few days back when I am doing basically what the problem I faced 2 month date one I think 2 months back actually. So what the problem I face actually, this is not the I was submitting an application and it is giving me the toast message, right? So whatever the message is coming the toast, I am saying in my prompt, you have to verify this message actually, right? So what it is doing basically, and what I did intensely, I have given the wrong message actually, right? In my test data. So what it did actually, what AI, I mean this LLM model did actually, he has corrected the test data instead of failing the test cases actually, right? So even when we are creating the test data, we have to strictly mention you do not need to basically modify the test data during the execution or during the creating. You have locator. You have to use the best locator, best practices of the playwright actually, right? Get by ID, get by placeholder, whatever. You have to use the fixer also. If you are creating the page object model, we have to mention like you have to you have to avoid the redundant code. You have to reuse the so everything you have to mention and these things will come with the experience as you go slowly. These will you have to, and when you start your first prompt, it will definitely hallucinate. Then you have to check, okay, this is hallucinating here. What I can do, what guardrail I can put here for this. This way you can optimize slowly your prompt actually. Initially, you will definitely face the problem. There is a lot of hallucination, but as you optimize your prompt as per your requirement, as per your project, then you will definitely you in a it will there will time will come, then your prompt will work perfectly fine. At least 80, 70, 80% fine.
Okay, thank you, Kailash. So maybe we'll take up one more last question, keeping the time in mind. So can we add the agent in Selenium also?
Yes, definitely we can do. We can these agent actually we no these agent not these agent. We can create our own agent for the Selenium actually, right? Right. So what we can do, we can simply create your own agent like we have created here, like Playwright team has created this similar type of agent you can create for the Selenium. Not only for the Selenium, you can create for the Cypress also, right? Nightwatch. If you are using WebDriver IO, you can create the agent for that. But these agents that I show here, these are the default agents that Playwright provide, Microsoft Team provides. But again, as I mentioned, we can customize these agent also. We can just completely delete. We can create our own agent also, right? Or we can customize the agent as per our project requirement or a complexity.
Sure. Thank you, Kailash.